This tiny painting by Jenny Brasier is rather typical of her work, using a very small piece of Rory McEwen's vellum and tucking it into a frame which she found in a picture shop and told me she'd never done it quite like this before. She worked on Rory McEwen vellum, which he'd given her. He gave a lot of his vellum away towards the end of his life, and these pieces of vellum have been much treasured by the artists who knew him or admired his work. Jenny has very sadly just died, just around Christmas time in 2020. She was a really good artist, but self-taught, or rather perhaps more advised by Wilfrid Blunt, the very famous botanical artist, historian, who wrote the most famous trigger book, which I got as a schoolgirl and became the reason that I got so interested in botanical art. I'm very sad she's died. I lost track of her towards the end of her life, as I do a lot of travel and so on. But I remember her as a very, very attractive, benign person. She's very clever, and she did some exquisite paintings which are in Wilfrid Blunt's, the second edition of Wilfrid Blunt's book. Now, this is so small that we have to have a closer look. It's very special and potent. I have two wonderful paintings of cyclamen by her, and then I asked her to paint me some kumquats. I just mentioned painting by Jenny Brasier of kumquats, and here they are, and they're exquisite, and the detail is staggering. It's on vellum, Rory McEwen vellum, and I just love it. And somebody was so fascinated by the row of kumquats that she painted that they said it was like somebody standing at a bus stop waiting for the bus, which I didn't think was very romantic, but gives you some idea of how smart they were. I showed this once as a slide, blew it up, and Jenny came to me afterwards and said, "That's really unfair, blowing it up that large." And I said, "There are not many things I could blow up that large, but it's quite beautiful." She painted small things, life-size, and sometimes even smaller than life-size. So these kind of slightly miniature treasures are very special, I think.